What's up everybody, it's Ridden TV. Today I'm going to make a video where the moment you've been waiting for. Today I will be telling you my top 10 best coasters I've ridden for 2018. Now, I'm gonna point out that I'm not going to add Millennium Force or Maverick in this category only because I've ridden those two coasters back in 2008 and I actually need to re-ride them again for a better on review. So I'm going to be excluding my rides from Cedar Point, so let's get it started. Starting at number 10, we have a fantastic Intamin hydraulic launch coaster called Storm Runner, located at Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I haven't been on this coaster since 2013, but I have to say it's very intense. I really enjoyed the snake rattle dive. It gave me so much hang time that I was literally flying out of my seat. It is very intense, and even the launch is very intense too. So I highly recommend you riding that coaster at Hershey Park. It is a must to ride. It is a lot of fun. Number 9 on the list is the B&M Hypercoaster that is one of the smaller ones operating today, located at Laron Amusement Park, called Goliath. It has some very good floater airtime moments, and I had a lot of fun riding it back in 2016. It is also very smooth as well. Though I thought about a lot of consideration, but Goliath was lower on the list this year because my next one at number 8 ranked higher because I had better rides on it. Well, Nitro made it to my top 10 list this year. I have to say I was too harsh on this B&M Hyper because last year I did not have many good rides on Nitro and I was very harsh with the drop. The drop is actually very good on Nitro, and I've actually been getting really good airtime on it this year. And it's also very smooth as well. Though I still find the airtime to be a bit weak in the end portion, but I have to say Nitro made it, and I do find it slightly better than Goliath because of the layout and the amount of intensity it has. The Helix is amazing. Number 7 on my list may be an unpopular opinion, but I was not expecting much from this coaster. And that is Lost Gravity, located at Walibi Holland. Holy crap, that ride is insane. The inversions are spectacular. I got so much hang time, and not only that, it also has some very good ejector airtime moments too. I love the very first airtime hill and the last few of the airtime hills before the finish. Wow. That ride blew me out of the water. I was not expecting much from this coaster, but I've heard great reviews on it, and they were damn right. That ride is insane. You must ride it. Number 6 is a wooden coaster that was lower on my previous list. But this year, when I went on it again, wow. It blew me out of the water. That is the Comet located at the Great Escape. And this is my home park other than Six Flags New England. Comet, in my opinion, literally has nothing but ejector airtime. The first drop, I was completely out of my seat. And I love the airtime hill before you get your picture taken. It is really good. It's a little rough and it may be small, but it is very intense. And I think Golden Ticket is crazy for not putting in a top 10 best wooden coaster list. It is insane, and you must ride it if you go to the Great Escape. Number 5 on my list was one of my most anticipated rides of 2018, and that is Goliath, located at Walibi Holland. It is a very good Intamin mega coaster, and I must say it met most of my expectations, though the pacing was a bit off. I was expecting it to be a little faster, but the end portion was a bit slow. But it has very good ejector and floater airtime moments, a decent layout, not the best I've seen, but it was pretty fun, and it has one of my most favorite restraints, and that is a T-bar. I had so much room, and I had lots of airtime. It is a very good coaster, and in fact, probably one of the best in Europe. Number 4 on my list is a fantastic Intamin mega coaster, and that is Skyrush, located at Hershey Park. Though I think it's actually an Intamin winged prototype, though I consider it an Intamin mega coaster because of its height. But holy crap, I haven't ridden this since 2013, but I still remember this ride to this day. Very intense. In fact, probably the most intense coaster I've ridden in my life. Excellent drop, excellent ejector airtime, though the downside I have is the restraints, especially if you're a big person, but it is fantastic. You must ride it if you go to Hershey Park. Highly recommended. Number 3 is Wicked Cyclone at Six Flags New England. This coaster is one of my favorites, and in fact, probably one of the best coasters on the East Coast. This RMC is jam-packed with ejector airtime moments and excellent hang time. It is my favorite coaster with inversions so far to this day. I get great hang time on the inversions, especially the 200-degree foot stall. That shines on this ride. And I absolutely love the very first airtime hill on this coaster. I get completely ejected out of my seat. It is fantastic. Though it does have some pacing issues at times, especially this year, but it is still a fantastic ride. Highly recommend you riding this coaster if you ever head up to Six Flags New England. It is amazing. Now, number 2 is a coaster you may disagree with me on because it's talked about a lot, and a lot of people claim it's overrated only due to the U-brake restraints, which are pretty shitty in my opinion, and the fact that you claim you do not get airtime. But I disagree about the airtime. I get great airtime on this coaster, but I do agree about the restraints. That is Superman the Ride at Six Flags New England. This Intamin Mega Coaster is fantastic. I never get tired of riding this coaster, and it's currently my favorite steel coaster to this day. What Superman shines is those 2 ejector hills before the spaghetti bowl. Great ejector, especially in the back seat. Superman is a front and backseat ride, but more likely a backseat ride. In consideration, I now prefer the back over the front. And the back is just, I've had great rides in the back and in the front, especially at night. Superman is well known for night rides, and I've had great rides at night and in the daytime as well. It doesn't really have pacing issues from what I've seen. There might have been like one day where it's had a pacing issue, but other than that, it still kicks ass to this day. It's almost 20 years old too, and it is amazing. I come out speechless out of most of my rides on the steel coaster, and I think enthusiasts are pretty harsh on this coaster due to its restraints. Well, everyone, the moment you've been waiting for. What is my number 1 favorite coaster of 2018? Well, if you guessed El Toro, the bull, you are correct. El Toro is my all-time favorite roller coaster. It is jam-packed with ejector airtime, and the ejector airtime is like not comparable. Literally on all the hills, I feel like I'm standing. It is very intense, and the drop really shines for this coaster. Absolutely phenomenal. It is my favorite drop out of any coaster so far to this day other than Sky Rush. El Toro is not meant for big people, especially me because I have a large waist and it is a bit painful for me to ride because of my size. But I love El Toro. In fact, it's probably the best ejector airtime I've ever felt on any coaster. It is not comparable. I feel like I'm standing on every hill. It is top-notch amazing. Thank you very much for watching my top 10, everybody. There will be more videos like this very soon, so peace out, and I hope you have a good night.